So, do you think that using beneficiary designations on your assets is a really good estate plan? And have you been told, like by your financial planner or by the woman at the bank or by somebody like that, I got your beneficiary designations, ma'am or sir, you're all set? Has somebody said that to you? Well, I want to tell you something because, to be honest with you, beneficiary designations on your assets can have all sorts of unintended consequences for your estate plan. And for many of you, they're not consequences that you want to accept. Hi, I'm Nicole Whipp, and I'm the lead attorney and the founder of the Family and Aging Law Center. We're a law firm located in Southeast Michigan. Just so you know, this video is not intended to be legal advice. It is for informational purposes only. But I really think that this topic is something that is near and dear to my heart, so let's get started. So why am I saying that beneficiary designations might be a really bad idea for your estate plan? Well, how many of you out there think that at least one of these things might apply to your beneficiaries? First of all, that the wrong people end up inheriting your assets. So what do I mean by that? Let's say that you leave money to your son, and then his person is his girlfriend, who, by the way, is somebody that you can't stand. Is it that you want to leave money to your son in a way that you know that he's going to leave it to somebody that you can't stand, even though it's your money? Well, some of you may not care about that at all. Some of you may care very much. Poor spending habits and poor money management habits of your beneficiaries. So, we all know people that we love them to death. They're great people, right? But you give them $1 and they spend $5. Or you give them $1 and they spend 10, or more, right? There's just some people in this world. In fact, there's a lot of people that just really do not know how to manage money on their own, even what we might consider otherwise smart people. Also, just a young person, right? Let's say somebody's 18. Do you really want to leave a large sum of money to an 18-year-old to just figure out how to spend it when they've never handled a large sum of money before? The fact of the matter is, with a beneficiary designation, if you have somebody that's a minor when they receive it, so let's say that you are in your 40s or 50s, you're leaving money to your children happen to be beneficiaries. If you leave a direct beneficiary designation to a minor, that person will be in full control of that money the day that they turn 18. And for most of us, that is unthinkable that we would want to leave money that age of a child would have access to at that point in their life. Not because we don't think that they're good kids, not that we don't think that they're going to become great adults, but the reality is very few 18-year-olds have experience with dealing with large sums of money. And unfortunately, because as we know, their frontal lobe isn't well managed at that point in their lives and isn't fully developed, they're probably going to go out and spend it on something that might be completely stupid that we wouldn't want them to spend it on. And so having minor beneficiaries or having beneficiaries that we really don't think are going to be good money managers can be very problematic when you have beneficiary designations. Also, is it possible that your beneficiary spouse might take some of your money in a divorce? So this is a very common issue that we deal with at my law firm. Even though the law says that there is such a thing as called separate assets, the reality is that almost all divorces are settled, meaning they're negotiated. And if you leave money on the table for somebody to take, they're going to try and take it. And that's been my experience and what I've seen in the course of my law firm and my law practice. So you don't want to necessarily cause a situation where if one of your children or somebody that you care about that you're going to leave your money to could get divorced, that divorcing person can take your money along with them in that divorce. And then, of course, lawsuits, creditors, or even bankruptcy. If one of your beneficiaries gets into a lawsuit has creditors or goes bankrupt, your money could go to any one of those things. And so understanding that having beneficiary designations, the only thing that it makes you all set for is avoiding probate. It does not in any way protect your money or your beneficiaries from any of those things that I just mentioned.